Center Stage, as we all know, is an organization here on campus that features concerts and entertainment for the students here at BYUI and for the residents here at in Rexburg. Behind Center Stage is a board of members who come up with these ideas to promote and market events, and they put the events together. Because of their responsibilities, it is important for the board members to work cohesively together in order to come up with creative and unique marketing ideas. Today I'm going to talk about first I'm going to talk about the first part of the responsibilities that the Center Stage board members have, which is working cohesively together. And I've come up with 6 points to help the Center Stage board members work together. And they are diversity, establishing roles, setting goals, utilizing strengths, communicating effectively, and receiving feedback. The first one is diversity. And for this, I'm going to compare it to a soccer team. A soccer team has goalies, midfielders, backs, forwards, so on and so forth. If a soccer team was only comprised of just goalies, they wouldn't be able to play a successful game. In order for them to play well and win the game, they need to have goalies and a variety of different players to put their differences together in order to play well. And this goes the same for the Center Stage board. The Center Stage board needs to be comprised of different people with different skills, backgrounds, and experiences. We need people from PR, advertising, visual, video, and maybe even someone in a business major. It is important to have those skills within our board so they could work cohesively together in order to put their ideas and differences together to come up with these ideas. A good example of this is Estefania. She was on the board this past semester, and she, during WUMAN, when we were marketing for that, she had the experience and knowledge about Chinese culture that helped us market in the way that we needed to and helped us look more knowledgeable and understand the Chinese culture better. The second point is establishing roles. It is important before the semester starts, to establish what Center Stage does and what as a board member does on Center Stage. By doing that, it removes confusion and unclarity for the board members that they may have in the beginning and helps them know what they're asked to do as board members. With that, it also comes with expectations that the directors set and how they need to work and improve over the course of the semester. Everybody works differently, so everybody will have a different role on Center Stage, and they will be able to feel more part of Center Stage in order to work together. In relation to expectations is setting goals. So how are we as board members going to meet the expectations of the directors? By doing this, we have board members will have a better focus and understanding of how they need to reach that goal throughout the semester. Not only do board members need to have personal goals, but Center Stage as a whole should have a goal in mind to reach at the end of the semester. A goal that relates to events, promoting, and just marketing to the people on campus and in town. Whatever goal that might be, it helps Center Stage be more straightforward in how they're going to implement and succeed in these goals. By doing that, by setting goals, everyone has different potential to help meet those goals, and when we utilize and bring everyone in and utilize their personal strengths, we're able to include everyone in Center Stage and help them find success in their roles as a board member. Utilizing strengths is important because everyone has a different skill and different knowledge. An idea that I came up with this to figure out how we can utilize each other's strengths is a workshop day. In the beginning of the semester, have a meeting where we have a day where we learn how to use Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, and have people learn how to use social media like Snapchat and Twitter and Facebook, and maybe even make posters and flyers. By doing that, everyone could dip their fingers in a different kind of design aspect and know what they're good at and what they're not good at. And when we figure out what people are good at, we can use those strengths and implement them in center stage.
So you're thinking as we get new people in the fall, for example,
Mm-hmm.
then doing this so that everybody gets kind of trained, and then we can see what they have the biggest interest in or aptitude towards.
Yes.
Okay.
By doing that, even new board members will have the ability to teach older board members that might not even know how to do some of these design aspects. So we'll get everyone involved and work together.
I was having a conversation with someone recently, and they said they let each other teach, like they're required to something cool that they know how to do, like in Illustrator or on iLearn or whatever, that they show each other.
Yeah.
That they have this time where they share. Like that's a really cool idea. Should do that in class.
Then 2 last points that I have for you is communicating effectively and feedback. And these kind of relate to each other because it is important that the directors and the board members have a clear line of communication. It's important that the directors are giving out clear instructions for the board members to follow, and the board members that they understand what those instructions are, and if they feel like they don't know what's going on, that they have the ability to ask the board members without feeling like they're incompetent or that they're untrained. With feedback, I think it is important to know what works and what doesn't, especially at events, because that's where we represent center stage and that's where we represent BYUI. An idea that I have for this is that older board members pair with new board members at the doors for events, and they kind of watch and critique the newer board members to see what they could improve on and what they need to say in order to greet guests and make them feel welcomed at these events. Another idea that I have is every week we get a survey from the past events that we have put on the week before about what we need to improve as center stage. And by giving out problems to board members throughout the week, they could find solutions and we could be a more effective board. The last part that I have is about marketing, and marketing is about the individual person. It's what they come up with and what they decide to implement within center stage. I came up with 2 ideas that helped me throughout the semester to market for these events that we have. And the first one is doing your homework. The first time I went to my board meeting, I remember sitting on my laptop and looking up ways to market for events or ways to promote for events. And just doing my homework gave me an idea of what I need to bring to the table and to help plan for these events that we'll have in the future. I think it's important for directors to encourage board members to do their research and do their homework before they even come to the board meeting, so that when we're all at the meeting, we'll be able to get these ideas out and be able to implement them faster. Or directors can put out a discussion list before the meeting to put, okay, this week we're going to be discussing on this, this, and this, and I need you guys to find ideas for this, this, and this. By doing that, board members are more prepared and ready to come with their ideas. The last point that I have is examples. It is important. I know that we don't want to repeat what we've done in the past, but I think it is very important to show examples of what center stage has done in the past in order to have the board members have an idea of what they need to do in regards to marketing and promoting for events. We can see what works well and what worked and what didn't work well in the past, and use the ones that didn't work well and tweak them to make them even better and to have a new kind of idea for marketing. I know that through these points, center stage will be able to work together smoothly in order to come up with these ideas and to promote and market for events.
Thank you.